I want to talk to you, Dr. Sheri Denham, about this new thing that we're doing. It is the Wives in the Battle Conference, and you're going to be teaching it. It's a New Life weekend. Now, tell me just a couple of the topics that you're going to be addressing there with the women who come and hear Wives in the Battle.
Yeah, well, one of the things that I've found with women who are living with husbands who struggle with sex addiction is that they have lost their voice. They have become really passive
Yeah.
and complacent. Sometimes many of us have grown up in families where we have learned passive rules of life, meaning don't speak your truth, don't share your heart, don't bring your pain, protect the one that hurts you, don't share your secret. And so what that does is it keeps the wives small and living beat up
Yeah.
rather than walking in strength.
Boy, just to find your voice. That's
To find your voice.
Now tell me some other area that you're going to deal with.
Well, one of the things I think is really important is helping to create a safe place for the women to have their wounds bound, right?
Yeah.
We want to help bind their wounds.
Right.
Who better else than women who have also felt the pain of
Right.
sex addiction? But then we want to not stop there. We want to help them learn how to fight the battle well. And so it's really important that they learn what to do with their emotions that are raging inside, such as anger, bitterness, guilt, because those things, with the betrayal, those things can take us down as well.
Yeah.
So we want to learn how to move through those really painful emotions.
Now, you say sex addiction. Does my husband have to be a sex addict before I come, or could he just have a little problem with pornography?
I would say if he has a problem with pornography, come, right? If there's been any issues of sexual integrity, because there's a whole range when it comes to sex addiction or sexual integrity. It starts many times with pornography. It can move into prostitutes. It can move into infidelity.
Sure.
It's the whole gamut. And so oftentimes as women, we shrink away from that. Rather than calling it out,
Yeah.
bringing our pain, saying this isn't okay, and then learning how to walk through and get the help and resources we need.
Now, in addition to you, there's going to be a panel of women. What's going to happen with that panel? What are they going to do?
Yeah, the panel are wives who, like the folks that are coming, like the women that are coming, have battled, and their husbands have battled, and they are actually walking in sexual integrity. It's
Okay.
wives that have actually gone through the fire and are still in the battle and walking in integrity with their husbands.
Now, did you get interested in this because you read about it in a textbook and you studied up on being in a marriage where somebody's unfaithful?
No. I had a front row seat to it. I am a wife, was a wife of a sex addict. And so I unfortunately, the marriage was lost, but my life was not. God has invited me into fighting for other couples and marriages, and that's where, I am a warrior on that behalf.
You're a good fighter.
I
Good fighter.
am. Well, you
Yeah.
have to help
Yeah.
women find their voice. But what I'm doing is I'm going to share, bring my heart, bring the pain. It's the toughest battle I've ever fought. And in fighting and helping empower women on how to walk with integrity and to walk according to the standards that God is calling us to, right? God is at the helm.
Yeah.
And I think women often forget that. When all this goes on, we become hurt and depressed and think, where is God in all of this? But he's at the helm, and he's battling for your husband hearts as well. So I want to help women rise up.
All right. Now, if I'm a woman and my reaction was I went out and had an affair, is this, is my shame going to keep me out of there, or is this a place for me? Can you help me, or am I just going to go feel bad about myself in the midst of other women?
I say come. There is no judgment.
Yeah.
At the Wives of the Battle weekend, there will be no judgment.
Guilt-free zone.
Guilt-free zone. We are there for you to bring whatever. Bring your pain.
Okay.
We want to hear you. There
Yeah.
is a place for you to start your healing.
All right. That is the Wives in the Battle workshop. It's a New Life weekend. Dr. Sheri Denham will be the main speaker. There'll be a panel of other women and a lot of other things that will go there. We fly in therapists from all over the country, Christian counselors, to help. It'll be a time of connection with many, many other women. God bless you for even thinking about coming, but do the courageous thing and pick up the phone and say, I'm going to come. I'm going to find a way to do it. It's Wives in the Battle with Dr. Sheri Denham. And you can find out about it at newlife.com or 1-800-NEW-LIFE.